You are not a threat and they love it. Do you guys remember that song? I believe it came out in 2016 or 17 by French Montana, or 2015, and it was really popping in the clubs in Miami around that time. It was really popping in the clubs in Miami, and the song was talking about, if you don't have any haters, you're not popping. And I used to listen to that song all the time. And it's not until I got older that I realized that if people are not deeming you as a threat, if they're not seeing you as a threat, if they don't feel like you're that guy or you're that girl, then you're really not popping. And that's why the name of this video was called You're Not a Threat and They Like It. Now, this is a really big mental shift that you will have to adapt, and that is the concept of understanding that if you are not a threat, you will be liked by more people more than not as to if you are perceived as a threat. This is very, very popular in the community amongst women. If you're not a threat, if you're not too smart, if you're not too conventionally attractive, if you don't shine bright, if you don't have a lot of intelligence, any of those categories or all of those categories, confidence, whatever, if you don't have any of those things, women are going to love you. They're never going to have a problem with you. You don't trigger their egos. The same thing goes for men. You don't trigger their egos. They're never going to have a problem with you. However, if you have something about you that is deemed amazing, you will be a threat, and as a result of that, you will deal with more hate than love. You are not a threat, and that's why they love you. We see this a lot in the community amongst women. Women are notorious. Well, men are notorious for this too. I'm going to talk about them a little bit later on in the video. Women are notorious for this tactic that they do, where they can see a girl who has like the best body, 6-pack, quads, big butt, slim waist, hustling at the gym, pushing weights, having her protein shake. They will ignore her and act like she doesn't exist. And the girl that her body is not looking like that girl's superstar body, they will praise the other girl. They will praise her and over compliment her in front of the girl that's super fit. Instead of asking the girl, hey, oh my God, your body's so beautiful. You look so good. I love your body. I love your curves. What do you eat? Like, do you have a meal plan website I would love to purchase? I would love to learn from you. No, they're going to ignore that girl because she's a threat. They're going to ignore her and act like they don't see her. They're going to go to the girl next to her that doesn't have it going on and say, oh my God, you look so... Like, women do this stuff all the time. And as you get older, you will see just how immature people can be when they do these kind of things. You'll see right through it, and you'll laugh and you'll chuckle at them because you know what they're doing. Men are notorious for this too, where they will go out with you and you look amazing. Let's say they're a jealous man. They will completely ignore the way that you look, and they will see a waiter and start complimenting your waiter. Like, you look your best. Like, you were excited to go out with him. You're like, I cannot wait to go out with him. You look your best. And he will not compliment you and not say anything to you and over compliment the basic waiter that is serving you guys. These are things that people do all the time. And you really, 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 really need to learn how to catch that shade and move on from it. Okay. You're not a threat. That's why people like you. Okay, if you are a threat, you will have more haters than people who are actually fond of you. Your circle is going to be really small. The people who are around you are going to be really small. The people who like you are going to be, the amount of people who like you are going to be very small. If you are perceived a threat, then people are going to come at you in a much more aggressive way. Don't take it personal. I always tell people, don't take it personal. If you weren't a threat and you didn't have something in you that was valuable, people would not target you in the way that they do. So please do not take it personal. Let it roll off your shoulders. Don't take it personal. When I used to take it personal all the time, sometimes I still do, but as I'm getting older and I'm maturing, I'm realizing if you don't have it going on, it's like you don't even exist. No one even sees you. But if you have it going on in some area, in some regard of your life, someone is going to try to come at you for it. And as a matter of fact, when someone tries to target you, you should see it as an ego boost. They're boosting your ego. You should see that as an ego boost every time they try to come at you. Anytime someone makes a video about you, anytime someone talks about you in the office, anytime someone makes up lies about you, anytime a guy tries to humble you or a girl tries to humble you, it should be boosting your ego, because it's confirming that you're really that girl and you're really that guy. It's a confirmation of that. Because if you weren't that girl and you weren't that guy, why would they be going out of their way to do that? It should be an ego stroke for you. Right? It's all about transmuting that energy and alchemizing every negative thing that's thrown your way. You should alchemize that and transform that into something better. It's just like, for an example, you guys will see that there's a lot of people who go through life and they alchemize everything. Where somebody, I'll never forget this. I love when she did this. When they were going online and they were calling the Wizard Liz a narcissist, and she started coming on her videos wearing a shirt that says #narcissist on it. When I saw, this happened like 2 years ago. I almost fell off my bed when I saw that. I loved it. I'm like, she's making a joke. Like, she's clowning them in front of their faces. She's literally showing them that what you're saying to me, I take it as a joke. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to just go and get a t-shirt made that says narcissist, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to do a photo shoot for it. Because you're showing them that whatever negative narrative that they're trying to paint on you, it's a joke. They're a joke to you. It's funny because they cannot, one, stop you, and they cannot, two, try to change the narrative. It's just like when they were, they threw all that stuff out there. Just a random example about Beyonce. And she said, of course, ish goes down when there's $1 billion in the elevator. Like, she literally took that whole situation and created a bar out of it. And that's kind of how you have to transmute that negativity that comes your way when people perceive you as a threat. Whatever they try to do, transmute it and milk it. Literally milk it. Literally turn that lemon into lemonade when they try to do that, because they are a joke. All the things that they try to do, all the things that they try to say, all the shade that they try to throw, they are a joke, and they're spending a lot of time on you. And you should definitely take that and use that to your advantage. That reminds me of a scene on Basketball Wives where Jackie was sitting there and one of the other ladies was making fun of her ears, saying, oh, you have these big ears, big giraffe ears. And Jackie got up and started flicking her ears. She said, okay, well, let me go take these ears to my multi-million-dollar husband that you're still trying to find. Let me go with me and these big ears that my husband loves. She literally make a joke out of it, and they couldn't say anything about it because it's true. They're all the ones that look up to her. I don't know too much about her personal life, but she's like the basketball wife. So she literally alchemized that. It's just like that situation with Evelyn and Tammy when Evelyn made she made shirts off of the non-you-know-what factor phrase. Anytime someone tries to come at someone that they perceive as a threat, okay, they're gonna come at you aggressively because you are threatening to them. That's why a woman doesn't mind if a non-attractive woman works with her husband. But if a woman is attractive, that wife will make sure that you don't get to work with her husband. She will go out of her way to make sure that doesn't happen because you're deemed as a threat, and you're going to be wondering, why am I being treated differently? You're being treated differently because you're a threat. You're being kicked out of the girl group because you're a threat. You're being isolated at work because you're a threat. When you are a threat, people are not going to respond to you as positively as they would respond to someone who's not a threat, which is why I made that video a couple of days ago where I told you guys, ladies and gentlemen, to use your privilege. I don't believe in not using your privilege. Someone like me, raised in a Christian home, Christian household, Christian family, I was taught to downplay whatever privilege I have and to always approach life from this hyper domesticated space. I don't believe in that. I believe in whatever privilege you have, ladies and gentlemen, whatever it is. Whether it's you're very intelligent, you're very smart, your parents have good connections, you're very beautiful, you're very handsome. Whatever privilege you have, you should use it, because what's the point of you not using it? People are going to beat you down for that privilege anyways. People are going to try to, People are going to try to provoke you, and they're going to try to exploit you. So why are you going to allow people to do all of that and not use the privilege that they have so much disdain for you for having? Whatever privilege that you have that people try to come at your neck for, you should be exacerbating that. You should be literally increasing that privilege to use it for your own benefit, because if you are not a threat, they'll love you. But if you are a threat, they won't.